Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we are. I dressed up for the occasion. Did you? No? That's what I thought. I dressed up because today I am going to be your therapist. We all have problems. We're all flawed, okay? However, I am slightly less flawed, which puts me in the position to tell you exactly how to live your life. Sorry, I don't make the rules. I'm just kidding, I'm actually probably more flawed than all of you combined. I've been told by numerous peers that I give awful advice, so today I am going to be giving you that awful advice. Today we are going to be ripping off Daniel Howell's Internet Support Group series because it's a really good idea and I wanted to do it too. Please don't get mad at me, Daniel. Love you. Yesterday I asked you all to email me your problems and today I am going to be solving them. So that way, you don't have to. Now, I haven't looked at any of these emails yet, so we're all in for a great surprise. 15-year-old Kyla from Canada says, boy, I'm sad. You know what I always like to remind myself when I'm having a bad day? Why be sad when you can be glad? 14-year-old Trinity from Maryland says, hey, Jared, what do you do when a song gets stuck in your head? Now, you see, there are many openings into the head. You have your ears, your nose, and your mouth. All you gotta do is stick a power drill in one of them and get it out. At least when a song is stuck in my brain, that's what I do. I mean, sure, it'll take a couple hospital trips, but you'll get it out. 14-year-old Kyla from Wisconsin says, I need to learn how to build a fire in 2 minutes or under. The skill is very important for me to learn, so I was wondering if you could give me some tips on how I'm able to accomplish this and conquer my problem. Kyla, I used to be in Cub Scouts. I've been in your situation before. Do you want to know how it took my troop less than a second to start a fire? We used a lighter. 16-year-old Riley from Canada says, I have this thing where I keep telling myself I'm gonna be more happy and positive and eat healthy and work out, but I never have enough motivation, which literally sucks. If you do not do everything you listed in this email, know that I will come to your house and burn it. And that's not a threat, it's a promise. 13-year-old Sarah from Chicago says, my house and bedroom get really hot in the summer and I am currently melting while writing this. I don't have a pool and I'm not one to take baths. I need to stop melting in my house. Well, if you don't want to be the one melting, put ice cubes down your clothes so that way they'll be melting instead of you. And you're being cooled off. 16-year-old Hannah from the UK says, I like this person and he likes me, but he doesn't know I like him, but I don't want to tell him even though he told me because my friends have always made fun of me for saying that I like him when I didn't, and now I actually do and I don't want to admit it. I don't know, I'm a mess. So what I got from this is that you like him and I'm sure you want to ask him out. Now, as a guy, I know the perfect way to do that. Every guy wants to be taken out on a Fortnite date, but if you two are inexperienced, don't go to Tilted Towers. You make that mistake once. 13-year-old Megan from Tennessee says, people at my school are stuck up and rude. How do I go on every day without punching them in the face? Try kicking them in the face, because your fists won't be involved. 15-year-old Callie from Minnesota says, I am way too obsessed with my fish's color of rocks. I change them very often, and in this past week alone, I have changed the rocks 8 different times. It's been 3 days, I need serious help. Now, you wouldn't need to be changing the rocks so much if you didn't have a tank, and you wouldn't need a tank if you didn't have a fish, so I'm sorry, buddy, but the fish gotta go down the drain. 15-year-old Fiona from Arizona says, ever since Vine died, I haven't felt the same. My life has been filled with emptiness and despair that I can't replace no matter what I do. How can I get over my post-traumatic Vine stress disorder? Fiona, do you want to know what I would do? You would take your phone, right, open YouTube, play a Vine compilation, and set it down on the floor and stand on top of it while the Vine compilation is playing. So that way you are now over your Vine disorder, I guess. Because if this is the Vine that's causing the stress disorder and you're over it, like you're literally standing on it, for some reason that made more sense in my head. 13-year-old Megan from New Jersey says, lately I've noticed myself getting deep into a fascination with slime. I believe that most people have gone through that. However, I'm not quite certain anyone else has this much of a fascination. Yada yada yada, your friends and family don't like you anymore. Please help me overcome this addiction. You see, not all addictions are bad. We just need to get you addicted to something else. Not drugs. Slime making is a craft. It is an art, so maybe we can get you interested in another one like paper snowflakes. Start making paper snowflakes, maybe even sell them around school. Next thing you know, you're addicted and rich. 15-year-old Paris from California says, what should I do for summer because I don't go out much and I can't do anything physical because I'm crippled? Try bungee jumping or skydiving. All you gotta do is fall. 13-year-old Alexandra from Florida says, Jared, I go to this dumb school that I will be forced to go to against my will for the next 5 years. It's a good school, but I'm sick of the teachers, homework, uniforms, rules, etc. What do I do? Drop out. 15-year-old Holly from Minnesota says, how do I find my aesthetic? My aesthetic always changes. I have a different aesthetic every day, and sometimes it changes more than once a day. Is inner aesthetic a thing? Or like, please send help. I have a lot of different personalities, so my aesthetic changes depending on which mood I'm feeling. Sometimes my aesthetic is tucking my shirt in with a belt, but other times my aesthetic is, ew, don't ever do that again. I think that as long as you are staying true to yourself, do whatever you want. And your aesthetic doesn't have to be some label you have to mold yourself into. By all means, be your own aesthetic. 12-year-old Mona from Australia says, I have internet friends and my mom doesn't let me have any and she forces me to socialize and it's very hard. Now, socializing is very good to you and it comes in a bunch of different varieties. It can be face-to-face, but it can also be through the internet. Something I would consider is showing your mom internet friend meeting videos so that way she can get a better understanding of the whole internet friend thing, and by all means, show her my video. 15-year-old Kylie from Michigan says, I want another dog. The problem is my parents won't get me one no matter how hard I try. What can I do to convince them to get me a doggo? You know what, Kylie? You gotta be brave, you gotta be strong, you gotta go up to your parents and say, listen, it's either a dog or a rat. Which one do you want in the house? And knowing how my parents would react if I brought a rat into the house, I think you got yourself your doggo. 16-year-old Jessica from Indonesia says, I cannot be a morning person. Like, I try with an alarm or telling someone to wake me up in the morning to be a morning person, but I just can't. Also, I can't sleep at 9 or 10 p.m. I always sleep at 1 a.m. Send help. Unfortunately, I don't know how to help you with trying to wake up earlier, but definitely a way to go to sleep earlier is to have someone punch you in the face and knock you out. Or you could try holding your breath so that way oxygen isn't getting to the brain and you pass out. Nah. 15-year-old Carrie from Iowa says, I cry too much. Tips? You may be 2/3 made of water, but if you can somehow get to the point where you're dehydrated enough so that water will stop leaking from your eyes, then you're good to go. 14-year-old Tay from the US says, I need your help getting over a traumatic experience. I was watching one of your videos a few days ago and my phone died. How do I forgive myself for letting such a thing happen? I'm sure you would forgive yourself if you heard that. I would forgive you if you PayPal'd me $5,000. Give me that coin, sis. 17-year-old Haley from Michigan says, I'm going to be graduating and moving out next year, but I still say things like skirt when I turn in my car. Am I qualified to adult? No. Extremely not. 16-year-old Lerke from Denmark, I think I pronounced that right, says, my problem is that I haven't got a good selfie angle. I really need a solution fast if I'm ever going to have a chance at getting a boyfriend. Believe it or not, my best selfie angle is from down below, and I'll show you how to do it. What you're gonna do is take your phone and put it down here, put on a big old smile, and there you go. Beautiful. It is summertime, there are hot lights all around me. I don't know if it shows in my face, but I am sweating. So before I pass out, I think we're gonna call it quits. Some of my advice in this video was serious, but a lot of it was not. So all I'm gonna tell you is to make good choices. Please, do not send me to jail. If you happen to like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. And if you want to see me elsewhere, all those links are in the description. Comment down below the best advice you got from this video, or leave advice for someone else who may be needing it. With all that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next week with a brand new video. Bye. I feel like there's a vein popping out of my forehead.